Ever feel like there's more to you than like meets the eye? Like,
Mm.
who's actually running the show in here? Today, we are going on a deep dive into self-discovery, but not the usual like personality tests or self-help stuff. We're going deeper,
Yeah.
way deeper, guided by ancient wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita.
Oh, the Gita.
Yeah, imagine kings and warriors on a battlefield,
Yeah.
facing like life and death decisions. That's where the Gita's teachings come from.
Wow.
And the most intriguing part, the Gita says our real identity isn't our body or mind, but something called
The Atman.
the Atman. Have you heard about this?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know much about it.
Well, the Gita compares humans to animals.
Yeah.
We both exist, we both experience life, but humans have this unique self-awareness. We don't just live, we contemplate our existence. And that brings up a deeper question. If we're aware, who is the one doing the awareing?
Yeah. That's a really good question. It's like we're so used to identifying with our thoughts and feelings that it's mind-blowing to consider that there might be something more to us than that.
Right.
It's a huge question.
Right. That's exactly what the Gita wants us to explore. It claims that our true self, the Atman, is not our body or our mind, but the consciousness that experiences them.
Okay.
So it's not like we have a consciousness that's separate from us. It's more like we are the consciousness itself.
Exactly. Think of it like you have a car, but you are not the car. The car is a tool, a vehicle that you use. Similarly, the Gita suggests that our bodies and minds are vehicles for the Atman, the true self, to experience the world.
Okay, I see. That analogy makes sense. But it also raises more questions like,
Yeah.
if we are the consciousness, then what exactly is consciousness? And how is it different from our thoughts and feelings?
Well, that's where things get really interesting. The Gita suggests that consciousness is not something that the body or mind produces. It's not a byproduct of our brain activity or something that we possess. Instead, it's the fundamental reality of our being.
Whoa. So it's like saying the light bulb doesn't create light. It's simply a vessel for the light to shine through.
That's a great way to put it. The Gita is suggesting that we are not conscious beings, but rather, we are consciousness itself, experiencing itself through this human form.
That is a huge shift in perspective. So if I'm understanding this correctly, the Atman, our true self, is that pure consciousness that exists independent of our thoughts, feelings, and even our physical body.
You're getting it. And that's a profound realization, because it means that even as our bodies and minds change and eventually fade away, the Atman, the consciousness that we are, remains eternal.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. This is all so fascinating. But I have to admit, I'm still grappling with this whole concept of the Atman. It feels so abstract. Can you elaborate on what the Atman actually is?
I understand. It's a concept that takes time to fully grasp. The Gita goes into great detail about the nature of the Atman, but for now, let's just hold on to this idea. You are not your body, you are not your mind, you are the consciousness that experiences them both. And that consciousness, the Atman, is your true self.
This is a lot to process, but I feel like we've only just scratched the surface. So at this point in our deep dive, are there any key takeaways for our listeners?
Not quite yet, but there's a lot to ponder. The full explanation of the word Atman is yet to be explained. We've just introduced a radical idea. The possibility that who we truly are is far beyond what we typically perceive.
That's definitely something to think about. And I have a feeling the